It's a question many are asking this election year. How do border policies affect non-border states like Georgia? It's a major focus of Donald Trump's campaign, and it was the main topic when his running mate, J.D. Vance, visited South Georgia yesterday.
WALB News 10's Brittany Blake breaks down why border security is top of mind for voters who are far from the border.
While the southern border may not be near Georgia, the impacts of drug trafficking, sex trafficking, and human trafficking are being felt here. Many in law enforcement believe Mexican cartels are using I-10 and I-75 to transport drugs after being smuggled across the border. On Thursday, Lowndes County Sheriff's deputies showed J.D. Vance drugs that were seized along the interstate, including some packaged in candy wrappers and branding to mislead law enforcement.
Why did the drug cartels manufacture them like that? Because they wanted to hide them from law enforcement. And we know what's going to happen is if a pack of that candy finds its way into our communities or into our playgrounds, some kid, through no fault of their own, is going to pick up a piece of candy and it is going to take their lives from them. And I don't want that to be my child, and I don't want it to be your child either. And that's why we have to fight to change leadership in this election.
Closing the border and managing immigration is one of the top Trump campaign issues. Vance criticized Kamala Harris for the Biden administration's border policies immigration laws, directly referring to Tim Walz's speech at the Democratic National Convention.
What Tim Walz never once said is Kamala Harris accomplished this thing that lowered the cost of housing. Kamala Harris accomplished this thing that lowered the cost of groceries. Kamala Harris accomplished this thing that have made America more peaceful and more secure. And he couldn't say that because Kamala Harris has caused the very policies that have made Americans' lives worse over the last few years. Kamala Harris caused the open border and caused the inflation crisis.
The Harris-Walz campaign released a new ad that calls out Donald Trump for killing the bipartisan border security deal.
Shutting down international drug cartels. Under Donald Trump, a violent crime wave. And Trump ordered MAGA extremists to kill the bipartisan border security bill. Trump just talks tough. Kamala Harris is tough.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Georgia became a flashpoint for the border crisis after 22-year-old nursing student Laken Riley was killed while jogging in an Athens park in February. Jose Ibarra, a 26-year-old undocumented migrant from Venezuela, is charged with her murder. The Trump campaign narrative is that migrants are fueling violent crime, but a number of studies have shown migrants do not commit crimes at a higher rate than native-born U.S. citizens. With less than 3 months until the election, voters are waiting to hear directly from Harris about her policies and position. Her visit to South Georgia may not be far away. Brittany Blake, WALB, your hometown news source.